In language interpreter tonight is Yula Nzale. We begin this broadcast with revelations regarding the murder of Albert Ojwang. Exclusive CCTV footage that Citizen TV obtained corroborates a Mbagathi Hospital report that stated that Ojwang was dead at the time of arrival at the hospital. The 40-minute video clip indicates that the police were well aware of Ojwang's state as they arrived at the hospital at 1:35 a.m. and were in no apparent hurry. They took him inside the facility 24 minutes later with no medic helping the police officers move his body from the police van into the building, where they only stayed for 10 minutes before his body was taken back to the vehicle. Gatete Njoroge stays on this developing story.
At exactly 1:35 a.m. on June 8th, CCTV footage at Mbagathi Hospital captures a police van driving into the facility. Inside the van were 3 officers. One of the officers was the driver. 2 officers got out of the car and could be seen conversing before making their way inside the hospital. The driver followed behind slowly, but even before they got to the emergency room, one of the officers received a call and the others followed him out. For 3 minutes, he was on the call before returning into the hospital building. All this time, the late Albert Ojwang was at the back of the police van. No one checked on him despite the officers having supposedly taken him to Mbagathi Hospital as a person who was gravely unwell. At 1:40 a.m., 2 officers were captured walking inside the hospital, searching for medics. 6 minutes later, they emerged with a stretcher and they got straight to the van. It took another 10 minutes to move him from the police van to the hospital. With the help of the security guard at the facility, the late Ojwang on a stretcher was pushed inside the facility at 1:59 a.m., 24 minutes after he was brought to the facility. Inside the emergency room, Ojwang only stayed for 10 minutes, those in charge confirming the worst. The suspect was brought in dead. Mbagathi Hospital incident report indicated that on examination, Ojwang was unresponsive, had no cardiac activity, and that his entire body was cold and face was swollen, and with injuries. He also had a cut at the back of his head. At 2:10 a.m., the CCTV captured the officers leaving the emergency room with the body of the late Ojwang. 5 minutes later, the police van left the hospital parking with the corpse, which was later taken to